Okay, so I'm just going to give you a basic look over my website. This is my home page. Here I've used an image of two men debating and put a title over there, Shirky Lanier, Two Key Thinkers on the Digital Age. And then we'll scroll down to find the introduction, which is basically just a paragraph going on about what the website, what the purpose of the website is. And then I've got two videos here, one of Clay Shirky and one of Jaron Lanier, and they're basically just short videos to give you a basic understanding of what they're on about. So then we'll move to Shirky's introduction page. This is basically just to give you a really simple and quick idea of what he's on about, and also a picture of him as well, so people can familiarise themselves with him. And then we'll move to the Cognitive Surplus Practice page. This is basically where I embedded my Practice. It has a general overview of Clay Shirky's cognitive surplus theory, basically. So it's a really useful website Practice to use to give that. Then we'll move to examples of cognitive surplus, and here basically I just give two examples of cognitive surplus in use, basically. Ushahidi and Wikipedia are really good examples, as Clay Shirky has used them as examples himself in lectures and talks that he's given. And I even found a blog post by Ushahidi supporting Clay Shirky, so that was really useful as well and really handy to put the link in there. And then at the bottom of the page we can see that I've put a video in there as well. It's basically just Clay Shirky giving a lecture about cognitive surplus and the importance of Wikipedia. So if we scroll back up, we'll go to the last page for Shirky, which is basically a simple page of quotes and criticisms. So basically with this I just gave I just put a header image of Clay Shirky at the top of the page, and then I just found some quotes from his book Cognitive Surplus, and images to go along with the quotes. So this one here is in regards to a family passively watching TV in their spare time in the 1950s, and then the one below that is of the original lolcat Iconhouse cheeseburger, which Clay Shirky always goes on about. Basically, he thinks that even doing something as small and as unimportant as making lolcats in your spare time is better than sitting around watching TV. So that just gives you 2 points on cognitive surplus and what he means by it, basically going from passively doing nothing to passively doing something, even if it's as simple as making lolcats. And then I have a link here to an interview between him and and Daniel Pink, who is another internet optimist, and then a link below that which provides sort of a criticism towards Clay Shirky. So it's a pretty simple page. So now we'll move to Lanier's introduction page. Again, it's the same as Shirky's, it's just giving a really basic introduction to who he is, and an image here. So again, people can familiarise themselves with him straight away before they get into all the details. So again, it follows the same layout. I created a Practice for Jaron Lanier, and then I gave some examples of what he means by an information economy. So I brought in Facebook and Instagram into that, wrote a bit about it, and provided links to articles which go more in depth about what Lanier's on about, basically. And then his last page is again like Clay Shirky's, just providing quotes and criticisms. I was able to find more criticisms towards Jaron Lanier than Clay Shirky. So as you can see here, there's just some quotes, another image of Jaron Lanier with another quote by him. And I found a really good video, actually. I really liked the point he made. He said excessive conformity is a soul killer. I really liked that, so I linked in the video so people can check that out. And then at the bottom of the page is just a couple of links to people criticising Jaron Lanier and his views, basically. So yeah, the last page then is just comparing and contrasting, just basically going over what both men are on about, basically. and how they compare and contrast to one another. So yeah, I've got a picture of Clay Shirky there, and a picture of Shirky Lanier there, and at the bottom I've given another video link. It's basically just Shirky Lanier going on about how we can save ourselves from the current situation, which he does believe is basically just that we're creating an information economy, and that the data we put on Facebook is being used by them to sell to advertisers to make money, and we're not making any money ourselves for that data that we create, which he believes is free labour. And so yeah, that's a good little video to finish the website off. And then the last page is the bibliography. Took me ages to make, but yeah, I've got everything referenced there. So yeah, I'll just go over that quickly. So I've got the homepage references, Shirky's introduction page reference, then the cognitive surplus Prezi references. So everything I use in that Prezi is there. The examples of cognitive surplus page references. So we're getting there all there. And it just goes on basically through every page I've made on this website. All the links are there, and that is my website.